right. Good morning, guys. There's a lot going on. Well, I won't say a lot, but there's some stuff going on. Tell you, LMPX was went nuts. TCCO continued to go nuts yesterday. So I need to be about 1 minute. Okay. Let's see. Hmm. And tick. Hmm. So Intech is no good. Bad press release. They ended an agreement. That's never good. MYSZ. Right above this 9 EMA. See, where's it at? 375. We could potentially, I need to change this. We could potentially see a U shape here under the VWAP in the market open. I kind of like that. Solid. So they had some solid data, I guess, but hey, what's up, Jerry? Good morning. I don't know. I like the chart pattern on this stock, but not a lot of movement in pre-market. It could be a good thing. Let's see, and then SFET partner agreement with Fortune 500 affiliate. That's pretty good. That's always something good to see for a penny stock. Let's see where we at. 467. Signs agreement, but it's almost back to where it was before this press release. So that's interesting. Maybe you could see a 450 bounce on this. Actually, that may be 450 may be too low. Let me see. 460 seems to be the support line. I don't know. PTI, what's going on with PTI? Clinical trials. First ever personalized medicine-based clinical trials. Okay. Let's see what. We're at 433, so this is actually higher. Uh, 450 is going to be some resistance, and 475, and then $5. This has went on a pretty good run the past few weeks here. So it's pretty high up. I don't know if I want to touch that or not. Maybe. My picture quality is not good? Okay, let me see. Let's see what's going on. Is that for everybody? Because on mine it looks pretty good, but anybody else having bad picture quality? I want to see. I want to make sure. You might have to refresh, Daniel, but I mean I could be wrong. It could just be good on my side just because, but it doesn't look like it. Okay, that's right. Looks good to you? Okay, yeah, so probably just refresh then, Daniel. If just refresh and see if that works. If it doesn't, I'll look into the settings, but if it's looking good to other people, it might not be the settings. It might just be the quality of the stream. Might not be getting to you very well. So we're about 2 minutes for market open. I really don't have anything I'm set on. I kind of like TYHT because they made some type of deal. They got a $10 million contract for hemp. Odd looking character at the bottom right. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, he's dead. That thing, that's a glitch in the computer. For some reason, it makes this crazy face pop up in the bottom right corner. It is pretty disturbing. My boy LMPX just has been non-stop running since I got into it. This would have been a fantastic swing trade, but I'm happy with a little bit of chunk I got of it. Still having issues with my scanners though, so that makes me a little bothered. But yeah, TYHT, not a lot of volume yet, but right at $1. See, this is what I was thinking about right here. Maybe getting in at $1, because $1 is going to be strong support. It hasn't been over $1 in over 6 months, so $1 is pretty good support. That's why BX. Popping up above the VWAP and testing $3. If it breaks $3, it could start moving. MYSC. See, here's that U shape I was talking about, possibly. It's gotta break. It's right above 4. thinking about getting in right here. It's moving kind of slow though. The thing I'm concerned about is the last few days we've had stocks running later in the day. Some volume coming in here. Let's see what happens. I'm not particularly excited about it. Ah, let's see here. This has already popped back up above the VWAP. But like I said, this whole week, CEI. Oops. Yeah, CEI looks pretty good. No press release, so this is probably pumpy. Chart's ugly as it can be. What's up, One Life? Good morning. CEI is interesting. I think the best thing to do is wait everything out. DFFN with a big crash out. But yeah, I think maybe best to just wait everything. It's like the last few days. LMPX pop out the gate up to 1750. Good lord. Crazy. It's absolutely crazy. I do like CEI. Ugh, I wish my scanners would start working, stop being crazy. Let's see. Nice. Already One Life's hitting it with the scalps. Let's see what's going on with Dare. Let's put Dare over there. We have a press release. Alignment with FDA. Interesting. That's at 87 cents. Breaking 90 cents. We can see this up to $1. 90 cents is going to be tough, but I like this chart pattern. Because if it breaks 90 cents, $1 is your next resistance. And after $1, $1.10 area, $1.25. But the only major resistance on this is going to be 90 cents. NYSE moving. NYSE is back down. So we could see a U shape on that. CEI with a pop up. I was thinking about it. Too. Yeah. It's a little bit off of the VWAP now, but that was when you said back here on the VWAP, that would have been a good entry there. To wait and let that do its thing for a minute. Keep an eye on there. NYSE starting to curl around a little bit. SYBX starting to curl around. TYHT with a reverse U shape. XDS, a little bit of a bull flag. TCCO coming around. Yeah, CEI. Damn, I hate I missed that. Yeah, nasty, nasty, nasty little run there. About a 30 cent run, 40 cent. Well, more than that, about 60 cent run. Oof. Yeah, that's just gonna have to rip or do its thing. We gotta to wait for something to form on that. I do like CEI running. It's a good thing to see. My SZ still slowly creeping. Alright, TYHT may be starting to U shape. So, and that bull flag crack there. Ooh, there's too many possibilities here. You want to see that come back down. Okay, SFET is not looking good. I don't want to count it out yet because that press release is really good. Yeah, CEI has definitely got the volume right now, but missed the entry down here. So there's nothing really I'm not going to chase this up. Although it looks like it's not going to stop right now. We'll see it make a pattern. Look at this. LMPX, all green candles so far. Like, this is insanity. What was that? 8 green candles in a row? It's nuts. Let's see. See, where's CEI back down to? CEI with that little reverse U-shaped fishing rod deal going on. See how low it gets. I'd like to see it come all the way back down on the VWAP. That $2 area would be a good area to get in. Let's see. 212. 210 might be some support though. Hmm. TYHT. Yeah, $2. That's what I was thinking on CEI if it gets down to $2. TYHT though. Almost back up to the VWAP. MRNS. Let's check it out. MRNS has been on a decent little run so far. Public offering though. I don't know if I want to touch that. And it's going to have a lot of resistance in this area. I don't think I want to touch that at all. Bounce play and what? CEI and CEI, is that what you're talking about, One Life? I really wanted to come down a little more. Okay, and TYHT is above the VWAP. Little U shape here. A lot of volume coming in. That's not moving very much. It's weird. Float is a little high, but let's see, it's got a big seller at 105, so it's got to break 105. Let's see, I didn't quite get as low as I was wanting it to. Starting to U shape a little bit here. AXDS coming back up. Let's see, do we actually have a trend line on CEI? Let's see. Maybe a little bit of a trend line here. Let's see if the trend line holds up. Okay, looks like it's going to crack there. Oh, maybe not. Wanting to see what CEI is going to do, if it's going to crack or not. So TYHT did take out that $5, but it's not moving very fast. SWAT-BX. Okay, this guy's done. It's cracked entirely too hard. TCCO. TCCO with a potential U shape here. Oh man. Went right through that VWAP on that candle. Yeah, so it does look like CEI is on this trend line right here. Just to the right. Right on this trend line. Yeah, well, LMPX, it's about time it started crashing. It's been on a run for 5 days straight. Looks like this might get moving again here off of this bounce of the trend line. And still climbing right up the trend line. I'm debating getting in, but it's so high up. I don't want to get in this high. I really wanted to come back down with a VWAP. TCCO is holding above the VWAP right now. Maybe. I was debating the entry right around here on this trend line, but no, it just makes me nervous. Although we might get a break here. 240. I just don't want to get in up this high at 230 something. I said the last day it's been a little later in the day when the rips are happening. But so far today, TCCO did pop. So that's good to see. We are getting some pops and moves and rips today. Yeah, no, I'm definitely waiting for a pullback on this. See, it's cracking that trend line now, so we can take that off. But yeah, I'm just a little hesitant today. There's a nice pullback all the way down to the VWAP. Could be a good entry. But I just want to make sure it's not going to keep crashing. Like I said, I'd like to see it down to 2, but 210 is going to be some support right here. So actually, it might not be a bad entry. I don't know. I don't like it. See all the way back up to 218. And up to 220. So that was a pretty good bounce there. About 11-cent bounce. I said I'm just a little bit hesitant today this early because what we've been seeing. But it can change from day to day, so it's hard to say right now. Nothing there. Nothing there. MISZ still slowly U-shaping. LMPX still cracking off. TYHT cracked off. TYHT's just not done anything. Even with volume, it hasn't done much, so I'll take it off the list. Let's see where we at on CEI. So yeah, I'm waiting to see if we get anything predictable like yesterday. Like if CEI comes back down to $2, I would definitely look for an entry at $2. Uh, if it comes down and holds $2. But right now it's just kind of not being what I want. And my SC still slowly creeping. Gonna have a lot of resistance at $4, even if it does. Nice. One life. One life with the scalp on CEI. He is going crazy with the scalps this morning. Yeah. Yeah, that's another thing. Oh, look at here. NYSZ right up to this VWAP here. Like I said, there's going to be some resistance at $4. So it makes me concerned. So if it does break the VWAP, it's going to immediately have $4 resistance. See, still not really doing anything. Oh, here we go. The pop through right here. Oh, man. Quick pop through. Man. Shoulda jumped in there. I was debating it. I even changed my amount to 200 because that's what I could have got on this. Let's see. That's a big upper shadow though. So. Let's see. I want to. I want to see if the VWAP holds up before I get in. I don't want this to start ripping crazily. Trying to get in at 4. Trying to limit it at 4. I'm trying to get in as low as possible. No, I missed it. Damn. I missed it. Oh. Just trying to get in right before that pop. While the bid was at $4.01. $4. Ooh, that's another big upper shadow though. So let's see what happens here. I might be able to get in. Yeah, I might be able to still get in. I'm trying, but I don't want the crash on me. Let's see, 389. 390. Let's see if I can get in 394. Okay, I'm in at 394. Ooh. Whoa, big drop there. Oh, man, I'm getting murdered here. There's a crazy crash out of nowhere on this. See if it's going to come back up any. Because that was a very big crash out of nowhere. I was not expecting that big of a pullback on this at all. That's what I'm talking about. Its predictability right now is just crazy. 394. Yeah, I wasn't expecting that big of a pullback. Ooh. This is a big pullback. I might have to get out here if it keeps... Like, the bottom is right here where we're at. Like 360. So, I mean, that pullback is really too much. It's too oversold, I think. That's what I was talking about. Why I wanted to wait some, because we've not been getting the moves this early. The moves have been happening later. But like I said, that's as low as that should go. 360. It's the bottom right here so far today. Yeah, that was too much of a pullback. There's not really a reason for it to pull back that far. So I'm gonna give this a chance still, because by the time it crashed, I was already at the bottom anyway. Jumping out there is like just taking a big loss for no reason. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The pullback felt good, but the next candle, that's what I'm saying. I felt like that was too much. It's too much on this play. Well, it could go much lower. I mean, I'm just saying this bottom support's at 360, so I'm just trying to give it a chance. If we can see it make another, I mean, we could get a cup and handle here. If this turns into a little handle, could be good. That initial break though is what I was thinking back here on this candle. I hate I missed it. I kind of chased on this entry, but still, like I said, that pullback was insane. I wasn't expecting that big of a pullback. So that, yeah, let's see this. If we need this candle to keep on coming up, we want to see us keep slowly building up to this VWAP again. Make this little handle on the cup. It's not looking good here. It's got to get back up. So I don't want it to drop on another big crack again. Need to see this come up here. Oof. Oh, and I gotta get out. It's dropping too hard. And right back up to 370. Yeah, I just can't. I just have to eat the loss on this. It's being too crazy. Like, that is a crazy wick right there. Damn. Well, that sucked. Oh well. That's what I was saying. I feel like I should wait till later for something to set up. It's nothing. Let's see. Anything doing anything, or is everything just going sideways? TCCO held the VWAP there. TCCO is about the only thing that's held the VWAP, but man, it's all the way back down to. It's just too much for me to hold through that. I got filled at 394. Right in here. After it dropped a little below 394. This candle was not what I was expecting. This is not a giant move, so why would you have a huge pullback like this? I mean, this is a massive pullback from 430 down to 360. Yeah, it's a 70-cent pullback. What's going on here? Nothing there. All right, well, I jumped the gun on that one. Well, actually, I hesitated, I should say, more than jump the gun. Yeah, this is probably done for a while. It could still U-shape back around, but it'll be a while. A lot of red today, a lot of crashing. It is what it is. Now see CI right here. See, I should have waited because this would have been beautiful right here to get in at this little U shape here, or little triangle, more or less. Yep, I knew I should have waited a little bit longer. And I was feeling CEI too, but oh well. Let's see. Still gonna have that 240 resistance on this though, so gotta watch out for that. If it breaks 240, it could get moving though. 250 will be next resistance. But if it breaks 240, you'll definitely see 250, and then maybe beyond. Big buyer there. Yeah, I think that's what we've got to do in this market right now is wait for support buys. Because this market is just, whoops, drop my phone. This market is just not the best market, especially looking for breakouts. Because the breakouts are coming later in the day. Let's see, I got what, 100 left. So I can't do anything with that. Yeah, that's true, Jerry. That's it. That's true. It's not getting in after a third circuit breaker halt. So that's for sure. I've actually traded this stock in the past and it's got me before, so I had a feeling and I should have known, but it's been a while. It's been like a year since I traded this stock. I think it was like last year maybe, where it was making some moves here and there. Hmm. Oh, there's your break at 240 on CEI. So yeah, like on CEI, the best place to buy in this was at the test of the VWAP here. Wait for it to finish selling off and then come back around. Bullish again from 214 to 250. Let's see if it's gonna. It looks like it might try to break 250. Let's see though. Yeah, that's true. First, first 30 minutes have been a little too crazy, so that it was my fault. I knew that it was one of them stocks that was tricky, and that we were a little too early for the predictable rips. So it's fine. I'll make it back. This will probably, now that it's later in the day, this might U-shape on around and could get a move. So 250 still holding up. Pretty strong resistance. You see, there's a lot of sellers at 250, but it looks like they got taken out, and they did. So CEI is probably going to get to 275 maybe at this point. because it broke 250. If it holds up 250, yeah, and there it goes. Yeah, right through 260, no problem there. Up to 265. Yep, yep. Should have waited. Should have waited things out. I knew it. I said I should have waited things out. This would have been a very, very good, easy, predictable play right here to get in. Yep. All the way up to 270. Getting held up at 270 a little bit there. There it goes. Oh, there's a lot of selling at 270, but that said, I was gonna say, 270 is not gonna be resistance. 275 is gonna be resistance, and it's blowing right through 275. It looks like too. Oh no. Yep, there it goes. Man, this might even see $3, but 275 is still gonna hold it up some. Yeah, you can see there. This area is gonna be a little resistance. I mean, plus it just went straight up. So, yeah, okay. So yeah, 270. It really looks like 280 held up instead of 275, but it should be a pullback there. Not much else going on. NYSE still in this area, in this range. I'm just looking around, see if there's anything else I'm missing. Yuma. It's an interesting pop-up. Yes, we're going to start looking for these bounce plays. What's wrong, One Life? Because you missed CEI. It's one of those days. One of those days. See anything going on here? See Dewey. OASM, nothing there. I really wish Thinkorswim would get their scanner straightened out. It's so distracting having all these different stocks that aren't real. Or not real anymore, anyway, I should say. NYSE, it's like NYSE is like my enemy of stocks. Like, I feel like I've traded it several times in the past, and every time I've ate a loss on it because it just doesn't do what I want it to. Yeah, really, there's nothing else going on. CEI is where all the volume is at. This is pretty much the play today. Does have, looks like it has the start of a potential trend line, but it's way off the trend line and the VWAP, so it'd be very, Be very sketchy in this area for this U shape to actually succeed. Hmm. Yeah, I'm done for the day most likely because I can't really do much with $100. That's what I've got left. So yeah, CEI is it. CEI is the play. Hmm. It looks like it's trying the U shape here, but I'm telling you, I don't like it being that far off the VWAP and the trend line. I think it's gonna pull back. NYSZ slowly climbing again. Yeah, you called CEI. You called it early. Uh, it's up to you on life. But here's what I'm seeing. This trend line is here, and the VWAP is here, so it's way off up here. Even with 250 support, I mean it's still 30 cents above the VWAP. So it feels a little risky to get in here to me, but you're a scalper. You know what you're doing. So yeah, there's the hit to 250, but I feel like it's gonna keep coming down. And 250 did hold up as some support, but it's looking pretty weak. It keeps coming down to that 250. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if it holds up or not. I kind of have that same problem. Whoops. There we go. I kind of have that same problem with not holding winners long enough sometimes. So what you gotta do is just like really look for all the resistance at where to sell at, and give it a second to see if it's gonna break or not break that resistance, and then get out. And then two, you can also hold as long as the VWAP holds. Yeah, Mark, I took a loss on where to go. For some reason I deleted it off of my. I tried to get in NYSZ on this pullback here, looking for the bounce off the VWAP, and then it just continued to crash. So it did not keep going. Struggled right there. So yeah, that's why I took a loss. Didn't quite get it. It's pretty nice size loss too. Like I said, this candle here cracked so fast I didn't have a chance to react. It was all the way down to 362. So just a failed breakout. It couldn't stay above the VWAP. So yeah, that's the only trade I've made, and then there's been a few scalps on CEI from One Life, and Jerry got in. Jerry actually called this out this morning at $1.80 area. That was a really good call. Let's see where this trend line is at. Yeah, so still a ways away. It could just keep going sideways until the trend line is there. But it is holding up 250 support right now. Yeah, scaling is a little tricky because you gotta adjust your numbers. That's why you'll see me practicing it on the paper trade account. I might see still slowly coming back up, but hmm. Looks like it's going to try to hold up that 250 support. Yeah, that's what we've been talking about too, Mark, is uh, waiting. Like all the runners have been running later. Like CI went on an initial rip right off the bat, but in the first 30 minutes, it just went sideways, and then we got the rip. You're not going to do it. One Life, you've been tempted by CEI. But like on this pop at MYSZ, it was still before 9 o'clock, so it was a little too early for the way the market has been for this pop to be a good pop. So yeah, you might be better off just setting your triggers or your alerts and just wait until they're triggered, because it is that type of market again where it's delaying. Like we're having sideways movement up until about 9 o'clock, 9:05. TOS does have hotkeys. If you go to where's it at? I think TOS has hotkeys. I'm pretty sure it does. Yeah, if you go up here to your setup and go to applications, and then you got hotkeys right here, Jerry. So you can change them or do them however. I don't use hotkeys, but this is like the default settings. So if you want hotkeys, you can set it up however you'd like. So yeah, buy market, buy ask, buy bid, sell market, sell ask, sell bid. Uh, you can set it up however you'd like. Oh, is that, does it have a limitation? I don't know. I just figured that you could just change all of this if you wanted to. Oh, they don't have one that sells half the position? Huh. Well, never mind then. I don't know. I mean, you could still set it up for sell market and just have your finger on this and just change it real quick. Maybe. I don't know. That would be something I would think possibly could do. So this is still holding up 250 and the trend line is starting to get closer. So once the trend, if this continues to go sideways, once it meets the trend line, you could get another bounce. MYC still not doing anything. So that's what I would maybe look for if it continues to hold up over 250. I don't know. So LMPX all the way back down to $13. So finally, some selling on this stock. 1, 2, 3, 4 days in a row, pretty much, and one pre-market. So 4 days in a pre-market, this has been running. And finally today, it finally got some shorting and selling coming in. I'm starting to move up here, Mike. It might get a little pop here, but I would still think it's got to come down to the trend line before it gets a big rip. I don't know. It's moving pretty decently right now, though. Hmm. Interesting. I still think this needs to come back down to the trend line. It needs to meet the trend line. But it's holding. The 250 held up, and now it's starting to climb again. Hmm. Let's see if it's going to get over 270 here, if it's going to pull back. A lot of big sellers at 270. So I think this is going to pull back to the trend line now at this point. In at 263. You might be alright. There's a lot of selling. Yeah, 280 price target. There was a lot of selling at 270 though. And if it can't break 270 here, I think it's going to come back down to the trend line to the 245 area. We'll see what. We'll see if One Life gets it here. That was a lot. Big buyers came in at 265, so you might be all right. See what happens. I hope you get it. I hope you get it, One Life, but 270 is going to be pretty tough. No, let's see. In 270. See this if they get taken out. Yeah, they did get taken out. Big seller at 273 though. Woo. 38,000 shares just about at the 273 area. If he gets taken out though, you probably will see 280. You might get it, One Life, but I'm telling you at 273, it's gonna be tough. Alright, and it looks like you're gonna get your pullback. Yeah, here it comes. That came right down to One Life's right. One Life stop loss at 253 or 252, and that dropped right to 253. This is what I was talking about. It was still a little bit off the trend line. It needed to come back down and get closer to the trend line. Like, I think the next bounce is going to come when the trend line's at 250 and this drops to 250. When they meet together in that area, I think the bounce will come on this. As you can see, it's getting closer. You got about 10 cents between, actually 13 cents right now, but 13 cents before this meets with the trend line. Decent buyer at 260. Holding 260 up as support. Let me see something. Let me see if my trend line is right. My trend line might be a little off. If you draw it there, it's a little closer to the trend line, but you might be all right in that area you're in. Because it is still going sideways enough to where it's meeting with the trend line. It's getting really close. See, nothing else doing anything today. So you probably see one more little dip back down to 250. Maybe not. There's a lot of buying in this 256, 255 area because that's right above the trend line. So it may not get all the way back down to that 250. It's real close to the trend line at this point. But there's just a lot of support right here. Right above 250, right on this trend line. See what if it get a pop to 265. I here's my thoughts. If this trend line holds up, it's about that time where we started seeing moves yesterday again. So if it holds up right in this area and gets on the trend line, we could see a bounce. We could see this have another move like this up to $3. Okay, so now it's touching the trend line, so we want to see if it holds the trend line. Looks like it's holding there. So next couple of candles, if they ride along the trend line, ride up along the trend line, then I would expect to see a nice bounce come a little bit after that. What is going on here? Is this new IPO? No. Alright. So yeah, so see we're back on the trend line. This candle hit. This candle's got to stay above it, and then one more candle. One more candle, like right in this 260 area. You got out one life. That's pretty safe to get out. Although I probably would have waited to see if its trend line holds up, because I think if this next candle is above the trend line as well, we're gonna start seeing. Yeah, I don't blame you. But I think we're gonna see the bounce here. As you see, this thing went up, came down, bounced nicely off the trend line here, came up, came down, hitting the trend line here. It's either gonna bounce again, or it's gonna crack. And that's why I said one life. I think you're probably fine for getting out there, because you did get in a little higher in that 260 area. But see, that's 3 candles in a row that's stayed above the trend line. If this candle closes above the trend line, then you'll probably see a bounce here. Yeah, and there you go. There's your bounce off the trend line. Let's see how far it goes. We'll give the stream about 10-15 more minutes here. Let's see. No, that's what I was saying when I was saying this trend line's here. I guess trend line is going to act as some support. But I mean, you were up a little higher than the trend line, so if the trend line cracks, it could drop all the way down to the VWAP. So I feel like you did the safe thing. Yeah, buyers starting to come in and push it up a little bit here. See, this is the whole point of what I was saying earlier about the time right now. Like, this is why I lost on NYSZs, because I should have just waited everything out. Like, as long as the market's gonna be like this, we just have to wait things out and get the predictable plays. But trading in that first 30 minutes right now is pretty risky. But see, this is see, that bounce as hard as, yeah, I don't, getting impatient. I understand. Let's see how far this is gonna bounce off this trend line. It looks like it had a little bounce and it might come down again, which is a little sketchy because you really want it. Once it makes this bounce, you want it to keep bouncing. So this is like a little bounce. So if this trend line cracks, this is going to be done for a while. And it's looking very, very sketchy. So I think you're probably did good getting out. Let's see. This is a little reverse U shape right here. Let's see if it cracks the trend line, because it touched right on it. Yeah, I mean, you was expecting the pop off of the trend line, Mark? Is that what you're saying? Yeah, I see I know what you mean. One Life, it didn't have a good break over 270. Had a quick little pop, but right back under it. Now it looks like we might be cracking here. Yeah, it looks like the trend line's gonna crack, so you're gonna see this back down to the VWAP for sure. Yeah. Yeah, there is no news on CEI, but it still held up the trend line just barely. But shorters are gonna see this little wick here, and they're gonna think about it. This little wick reaching on the other side of the trend line is not a good thing. But yeah, I probably have to agree with Daniel here. If this trend line doesn't hold up, this will crash back down to the VWAP and maybe more. Yeah, it's looking pretty weak right now. And volume's dying off of it too. Let's see here. Let's see. It's still held up. It's fighting. Moving sideways from 909. Yeah, it has been moving sideways for a while. Yeah, I think it's about. I'm probably gonna have to agree with Daniel. It looks like it might be about to crack, because it tested this trend line here, tested the trend line a little bit here. Now it's testing again. So 3 tests in a row of this trend line is probably gonna crack. Yeah, now that candle opened up below the trend line, this should drop back down. Like you should get some selling here. Unless it's going to ignore the trend line and keep going sideways. I don't know. This market's so crazy right now. See MYSZ slowly coming up, but no volume on it whatsoever. Looks like there's not any volume on anything. Like CEI's got the only volume. Maybe LMPX a little volume. So let's go on the 5-minute chart. Let's see. Let me draw my trend line on the 5-minute chart. Oops. Yeah, so on the 5-minute, it's on trend line as well, and it's not broke that yet. And it is later in the day, so people are more likely looking at the 5-minute and not the 1-minute anymore. So yeah, that was a good point. That's a good point, Jerry. Flipping over to the 5-minute, this looks fine. Buy the 263. So possibly it could still get a bounce. Unless this trend line cracks. If the 5-minute trend line cracks, it's definitely done. PTI. So what's going on PTI? Yeah, PTI. Nice little triangle to the VWAP here. This is pretty. And then 430 to 457. Alright guys, I'll give it about 5 more minutes here. See, yeah, actually is looking a little better than I thought. But yeah, I give it 5 more minutes. Any questions, comments, or concerns? Let's go ahead and get them in. Buying volume starting to come in on CEI. The bids are starting to climb. A lot of buyers coming in right here. Oh, no, they all went. It was a lot of buying. But yeah, I'm going to have to make a recap video for this bad loss this morning I took. Unfortunately. And MYSC starting to come back up to the VWAP again. A little bit of volume starting to come back in it. See, and this is still slowly climbing the trend line, so that's a little sketchy. It's not getting the pop yet. I want to see if MYSC is going to pop here. Looks like it might. The bids keep jumping. It's up to 384. There's a lot of green starting to come through. Still not got a lot of volume on it yet. more volume than it had, and at the break of the VWAP, volume will start coming in. Oh, the bid's back down to 375. Yeah, and so CEI is starting to look a little sketchy. This may finally get the pullback to the VWAP. This CEI has been fighting it. We've got a bit of a spread there on that. Let's go back to PTI and see. Oh wow, PTI is still ripping up. So, PTI is extremely high on this chart. Let's see, where's the pre-market at? Oh yeah, pre-market. Yeah, if it breaks 476, that's a really sketchy play. It's up so high on this chart over here, that makes me nervous. So CEI get the crack finally? Yeah, okay, so that cracked. A lot of selling at 470 on PTI. And looks like 470 might get taken out here. No, still didn't. CEI, yeah. What is that? AXDS. So AXDS popping back above the VWAP here. So why is PTI running? Personalized. Oh yeah, okay. A little bit of a higher float stock on PTI. Yeah, so I don't know. We're just gonna have to, the rest of the week, tomorrow, Friday, just wait things out. Or nail the moves quick and get in. But you see, this started after 9. This nice move here, and then CEI has started its move right before 9. See, NYSE was still a little too early. Hmm. This upper shadow. This is why. Okay. This is why MYSZ failed like it did because it had this huge upper shadow on the 5 minute chart, and that's why you had this big sell off down to 350. All right, so I don't see anything else. MYSZ. And there's your pullback on CEI all the way back down to the VWAP most likely. And so yeah, pretty ugly today. Pretty ugly things. PTI, big pullback there. I hope he's not in PTI after that pullback unless he's just now getting in. Whew. Youch. This is getting ate up right here. And that's what I was saying. That's why I was worried about on this because it's so high up on the chart. Like way up there. Big pullback. That's ugly. Very ugly. And CEI all the way back down to the VWAP. So. Yeah. A lot of ugliness. Well, alright, guys. Congrats to anybody who made some money today. I know One Life got in there. We'll be back here tomorrow. I will be on the other account. The new account I opened. Or hopefully I will. But yeah. One Life trying to get in on about CEI. This is about making money. I'm not really sure what you're alluding to, but that is very true. It is about making money. It's not about being right. But yeah, we will see what tomorrow brings. Try to. Yes, I opened a second account. That's what I was saying yesterday. I put 1,000 in it. I'm going to immediately after this stream. I'm going to turn it on and buy some shares of Planet 13 because the whole plan on that account is just to invest in some things, but Planet 13 is my first buy that I'm gonna do, just for a long hold. But I'm not gonna buy all the way into it right away. So if on a day where I'm not on the small account challenge, I might look for trades on there as well. So we'll see. It should be ready tomorrow. It should be ready today, honestly, but we'll see. Should be on it tomorrow. Junior with the psychological breakdown. I like it. Yes, technically, I am trying to be right all the time. I would like to be right because then uh, I would be nailing plays, and losses. Some losses bug me, some don't. Like this loss on NYSZ bugs me a little bit because uh, it just like it happened so fast. The crash happened on it so fast. This candle was I was not expecting this candle, and when this candle happened, uh, it it was too fast for me to really react to. So that kind of bugs me. But like when I do something stupid, that that bugs me when I do something stupid. But I know that I did something stupid. I don't feel totally like I did. Like I don't feel like this was really that stupid, other than the fact that me saying that I need to wait the market out the first little while because we've been getting the bigger rips later that afternoon, like around this time. So it just bugs me that I kind of knew better and didn't. Right. You gotta obey your stop losses. But like while I was debating where I wanted my stop loss, that's when this big quick candle happened on this. So like I definitely was not expecting that big of a washout on this. But no, yeah, of course I want to be right all the time. Like who doesn't want to be right all the time? But I mean, it is what it is. It's not that big a deal. I'm still up on the small account. It was a rough loss, but we'll get it back. I know what I did. Yeah, no, I'm not beating myself up on it that much. It just is annoying. But it is what it is. I'm not gonna let it bring my day down. Yeah. Yeah, I appreciate you guys trying to make me feel better. I'm not I probably sound like I'm like really sad, but I'm not. I'm just thinking about uh, all the stuff that I've got to do today. I've got a lot of stuff to do today, so my mind is really not completely in it today because I tend to like make lists in my head and time everything out of how I want to do everything. Because I just don't like to go start doing random stuff and trying to get it all done and then it doesn't, you're rushing to figure things out. So I like to have it planned out in my head. So that's kind of where I'm at. I'm absolutely fine. I'm not like depressed because of this loss on NYSZ. So I'm fine. It's not a big deal. We'll make it back. Like you guys, I just came back. This account was all the way down to 550, like 4 or 5 trades ago, and it's back. It was almost all the way up to 900 again, but now I'm at 800. But we'll get there. We'll this account will grow. We'll get it grown. I think the biggest thing that bothers me about the market, and this is something that's been bothering me the last couple of months since I pretty much started this. small account challenge is it's nowhere near as predictable as it used to be. It seems like this year and last year, a lot of the predictability is out of it, and I've spoke on that several times because like Trump's tweets and stuff like that, and all the different things going on right now. It's a very choppy market for the penny stock world, and it makes it hard for me because I like to get. Yeah, no, it was a great. I could have waited on that candle. I should have waited. I should just waited it out. I shouldn't even traded it altogether, honestly. But it is what it is. But yeah, I just don't. The market's been bothering me. Yeah, he can. There's just a lot of things. Oh, I know why. I know why I wanted to wait this morning. Besides how the market's been going, I wanted to wait because I'm pretty sure. Let me check and see. I think this completely slipped my mind too. Yeah, there's a Fed decision later this afternoon. I knew there was something in the back of my mind I was forgetting. There's a Fed decision today. Anytime there's a Fed decision, volume is going to be really low in the market, and that's why we only basically have CEI and PTI running as well. Traders are going to be real conservative on days when the Feds have meetings or decisions to come out with, and I completely forgot about that. I saw it this morning and completely slipped my mind. That would have that would have that would have made me a little more cautious than I was. So, see here. All right, guys, I'm about to end the stream. Like I said, I got a lot to do, so I'm gonna try to get to it. I don't know what the decision about. It's all they have meetings all the time and have decisions about interest rate hikes and all that stuff. Like, if you haven't signed up for the CNBC Morning Squawk yet, I suggest you do that so you can find out about this. Let's see. Yeah, they're releasing an interest rate forecast and latest economic projections, and it could show some improvement, particularly after November's increase in payrolls. But yeah, a lot of traders trade on that stuff, so they'll wait until that news comes out to get into plays. So that that in a hot market will slow the hot market down. We've not even been in a hot market. We've been in a choppy market, so no, they're probably not going to raise rates, but a lot of the times people will sit out until they find out for sure. And I think that's why we've not had any major breaks. Because if you look, CEI is the only thing that went on a pretty good run, but we didn't have anything super crazy. LNP crashed off. Dare crashed off. Most of these crashed off. NYSE all the way back down 358, so it's done. It's a dud. But yeah, that's why you see like PTI couldn't break pre-market high, and CEI is basically the only stock that got on a run today. It did break pre-market high, but didn't go much further than that. So yeah, those stupid Fed meetings always cause a little bit. Yeah. That is true, but I'm telling you, like you'll see it like in a hot market. If there's a Fed meeting or anything, even day traders will be sitting out waiting. Like you'll have some movements and stuff, but like if it's been a week where like you've had two or three 300 200% runners in a day each day, and then all of a sudden on Wednesday there's no runners and there's a Fed meeting, that like that normally happens. I don't know why, but it affects it. But all right, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream. You guys have a great rest of your day. We'll be back here tomorrow on that other account, and we'll see what's going on. See what we can find. So, y'all have a great rest of your day. Appreciate you guys joining me.